to victory? Will it be Gordon or will it be Labonte? Or will Jeff Gordon run out of fuel on the last lap? He's safely through the second corner, down the backstretch. Ray Evernham has his fingers crossed. The interval stays about the same down the backstretch. And Mark Martin apparently is out of gas as Jeff Gordon sets the car into the third corner.
Mark Martin goes by the front stretch, coaches as cars go by. Here comes Jeff Gordon off the corner. Bob, I do believe he's going to make it.
Let's see if he can do it. He's going to do it. Jeff Gordon wins the California 500 presented by Napa.
Here we come. And it's the white flag. Boy, I know Rusty's glad to see that. 1 lap to go. Wall coming out of turn 4. One thing you can bet on Jeff Gordon, he is not going to give up. He's going to give it all he's got, and Rusty gets a little high off turn 2 over there. It's going to allow Gordon to close just a little. He's up at the closest he's been since we got into this run.
3 cars. By 3.
That's it. Darrell, all I think Rusty needs to do is run that same line through 3 and 4 right around the bottom. I don't think Gordon can get him. Only way he can get him is if Rusty slips, and he's not going to slip.
Looking for his first win in 2001. Rusty Wallace clear by 3. Rusty Wallace wins California.
We'll have the white flag this time. Yeehaw! 2 of the youngest drivers in the field. Rookie and a sophomore fighting for the win. Final lap.
And look lined up behind them. 28, 9, 6, 88, 40.
All the over 40 veterans. Yes. Jimmie Johnson in his 13th start, going for his first career win and trying to become the 9th different driver to win a Winston Cup race for Rick Hendrick.
If that thing doesn't quit running on him, he's got it made. We'll watch Kurt Busch drive off in this end of the corner.
Picks up about 3 car lengths. Jimmie Johnson eases back to that throttle. Jimmie Johnson off turn 4, 6th in points, leading rookie on the tour, and he's going to win his 13th start.
Here before a hometown crowd of his. What a race.
Kurt to the bottom of the racetrack. Bobby Labonte, look at Rusty Wallace. He's not giving up yet. He pulls right up behind him. In fact, that last lap, Rusty Wallace was by far the quickest car.
Trouble down here. Car round.
Dale Jarrett in the wall, and whoa, Benson just missed him.
No, he didn't.
Looks like Jeremy Mayfield
They
got
wadded up about 8 of them over there, 8 or 9 of them.
Missed Jarrett, but caught the wall. Nemechek's in it. But I'm going to tell you what, Kurt Busch, he's going to race him back. He backs off finally over there in turn 4, but will Jeff Burton get his lap back? I don't think so. That's what happens here, Darrell.
I just think the 88 gets around. Yeah, he does. He just gets around, backs it up in the fence hard, a lot of smoke. And all of a sudden he starts down the racetrack and he has no control. Benson spins and backs up in the fence, and a bunch of other cars in are all trying to check up, and they get involved as well.
Jeremy Mayfield, a 19 car. That's what hit the back of Jarrett's car so hard was Mayfield. Nemechek spun, but I'm not sure he hit anything.
Here comes the 32. He got through all right.
Now here will come Mayfield. Boy, Todd Bodine just gets by. Wham! Right there.
And
he did hit that car hard.
Yeah, that's 2 cars for them this weekend. The 10 car.
There's Benson sliding through. Oh, yeah, that's a big hit too.
It is. Here's the 31 down here going around. A lot of cars involved.
Trying to find that speed.
White flag is up. Final lap. Remember in Texas, Casey Kane chased Elliott Sadler to the final corner, got within a half a car length of passing him. He was up to the door when they got to the checkered flag. See if there's another remarkable run here in this final circuit in California.
He wasn't, because he didn't drive in deep that time. Casey Kane drove in very hard, but Sadler's car's too strong.
Elliott Sadler came into the weekend 7th in the championship standings. Not comfortable in his margin over 11th place. Told me they wanted to get a good finish here to lock their place in the race to the chase, so they weren't depending on a final Saturday night in Richmond. They've gained maximum points tonight. Elliott Sadler wins at California.
Up on the outside of Stewart, gets a spot. Last lap.
One more, Danny, one more.
Edwards on the outside of Kenseth. out.
And those points will hurt Matt trying to make the chase.
He's going to lose another spot to Tony Stewart.
Through turns 3 and 4. Tomorrow the headlines will say Busch won at California.
Here it is.
But it'll be Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch wins at California.
Yeah, get it. Top winner by 4 days, Kyle Busch, baby. Yeah.
So obviously they made a decision. They're going to run out or they're going to win this thing trying. So
See if it'll pick up.
don't worry about that long gear is what I'm saying, Dave.
Reed Sorensen just one top 5, 5 top 10s
he's out of
this
gas.
year.
He's out of gas.
Where's out of gas, Jimmy?
And watch Casey Kane come roaring by in that red car. They gambled and lost. Casey Kane to the lead and will come to the white flag this time. And there's not even a threat behind him.
And they did what they talked about earlier in the race, or earlier today. Just go out and win the race. Let everybody else do whatever they got to do. This is what these guys need to do to even have a shot at making the chase.
Won 4 of the first 15 races this year, but has struggled since. Tonight, he has led 129 laps of this 250-lap race. This is the final lap. Casey Kane came in here 11th in the championship standings, and as Wally said, he's going to beat everybody and put himself in position to make the chase next week at Richmond. Earnhardt goes to second. Casey Kane comes off of turn 4. He won last night in the Busch race. Casey Kane sweeps at California.
I'm an 88 car Keselowski. It's a big run off of turn 4. It's a big drag race down into turn 1. 3 wide, 4 wide, and that's not what you want to do. And he gets tagged in the right rear quarter panel. Allmendinger does, and Keselowski's like, where did this come from? I didn't even see that one coming. That was just one freak accident in the one car. Got in the back of that, and that's what started the whole thing.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski really got blindsided. He didn't see this coming at all. You see this 42 car gets sideways, gets into the right rear quarter panel, and then this 88 car just slams the wall, went up in the air.
Guys, I don't know if I've seen a harder wreck before going into turn 1 of my life. Thing on fire. Again, the soft wall that NASCAR's got at most all these racetracks really held up, and it was a great thing. And we saw Brad get out of the car. That's great. And boy, I'll tell you what, that reminds me of some bad accidents we've seen in this sport in the past.
Jimmie Johnson, a young man from El Cajon, California, came back to his hometown this week for a charitable golf tournament. A celebrity golf tournament and a charity auction to raise money for Habitat for Humanity for San Diego. He's inducted into the Hall of Fame at his high school. First time he's been back since 1993. And now on the final lap at California Speedway, Jimmie Johnson, the California kid, is going to do something he wanted to do here for a long time, coming home. Not only to visit the family and friends, but to go to Victory Lane at California Speedway. He has not won since May 6th, race number 10 at Richmond. But guess what? Tonight at California Speedway, race number 25, Jimmie Johnson takes the victory.
And they've had to back way
Trouble turn
off.
2. Casey Mears. Ooh, gets tagged
And nowhere
hard.
for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to go in that 88 car.
2 more cars hard in the wall behind them. One is Hornish.
Someone has run underneath the 5 car, it looks
The
like.
other's Reed Sorensen, and Mears ends up on his roof.
It's Sam Hornish in the 77, because I knew the car just picked up off the ground all of a sudden.
It's up high, and he just loses it there. Comes down right.
Just clipped Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Got
turned him around.
But now this is when it really is bizarre. Watch this.
Hornish already had damage, and the hood was up so high he couldn't see out of the windshield, I don't think.
Now watch Junior in the 88 come into this. Get clipped, knocking the right side sheet metal off and banging the left side. Now all drivers involved are okay.
You can't sit there and be too careful with this. You have a good race car. You can't let those guys catch up. I think everybody in the sport's done that at some point in time, and Checkton House wasn't going to let that happen tonight with this race car and this race team.
Jimmie Johnson began the week coming out to his hometown of El Cajon. He wanted to give back his second annual golf tournament to raise money, $500,000 for the Habitat for Humanity, to build homes for people who didn't have them. They handed the keys, he and wife Shandy, to a young single mom who had 3 children who didn't have a place to live. But tonight, at this racetrack, it was time for Jimmie Johnson to take back the lead point as the top contender for the 2008 Chase Championship. Jimmie Johnson takes the win.
You can see they're at least 4 wide here, but it looks like first contact looked to me like it was Elliott Sadler into the back of Junior. Yes, I was going to say that. And that's what triggered everything, but they were only asking for trouble at 4 wide. We've talked about how wide a racetrack this is, but it wasn't wide enough for that. I mean, It's just, you know, these guys are trying to get everything they can and trying to bump draft on this straightaway, too. Yeah, they're just trying to push there, and probably just a little bit too much of a push. Wow, you see Reed Sorensen's car came off the ground.
47 car back and forth, bucking like a Bronco on left tires and right side tires.
A really bad wreck for Richard Petty Motorsports. Every one of his cars. Right there, all 4 of them involved. Yeah. 3 of them piled up in a pile there for a while.
From Casey Kane's onboard camera now coming out of turn 4 down the straightaway.
You can see there were already some rubbing going on coming out of turn 4. These guys just battling as hard as they can right here at the end of the race, trying to get the spots. And now's when it's all going to happen.
Get low. Come through the middle, right where you're at. Keep coming straight.
Michael Walter drove right through the center of that. You see even Matt Kenseth's got damage.
Casey Kane got the back of the 31 of Jeff Burton. Watch him 4 wide there. Oh. White flag, final lap here in California. Side-by-side action. Gordon and Montoya, second position. Mark Martin is driven now out from underneath the 14 car. Here he comes, trying to be a factor here, maybe to finish 3rd or 2nd.
I'd have to say he'll go to the high side here and see if he can get by Montoya. Montoya's going to try to block, but he'd see Gordon all the way on the apron.
Jimmie Johnson coming down out of turn 4. What a job they have done again, and for the 2nd year, make it 3rd year in a row in the fall. Jimmie Johnson wins at California, and Gordon finishes 2nd.
Nice job, guys. Hell yeah.
1 lap remaining. 2 miles here.
Man, I'm telling you, that 18 is up underneath Greg Biffle at start-finish line.
It looks like it's going to be a shootout between these 2. Down into turn 2. Kyle on the low side. Biffle drifts up high. Here comes Busch. Right behind him, the 22 of Keselowski. He's trying to get in the mix.
Though. The 22 can have a shot here also. These guys side by side.
Joey Logano trying to get back. Here he goes, down low. Can he hold it? Through the turn 3 area, through 4. Look out, 4 cars going to be dicing for it, heading for the stripe. What a finish. Will it be Biffle? Will it be Busch? Going for the wire. It is going to be a spinning Logano, and the win goes to Busch.
What do you know, boys?
Holy cow, what a finish.
Woo!
My goodness.
White flag for Jimmie Johnson. 1 lap to go.
Harv's going to have to make a big move right down here.
Harvick trying the outside as Johnson
He's got the momentum. He's got the momentum right there.
That's been his strong point, that speed of carry all the way down the back straightaway.
A bump.
Outside there. He's going to push him up into the corner faster than he wants to go, I think.
Kyle Busch is 5 car lengths back. It's a 2-horse race, and here comes Harvick.
He's got him.
Got loose.
He's got him. That little push getting into 3. That little bump.
Harvick, Johnson switches lanes. Johnson can't get there. Harvick wins it.
29. He's looking to the outside.
Logano down to block Stewart. Stewart trying to get further underneath him. Can't. What a land rush into turn 1.
Hey, that 78 may come out on top if he can get up off at 2. Couldn't quite pull it off.
That's if they all get off turn 2.
Whoa, tight off of that corner.
2 to go.
2 to go. Oh my gosh. 2 to go.
Kyle Busch is 1 second back. Earnhardt 2.5. Carl Edwards is 2 back.
Hamlin is there, boys. He's there. He's stalking him. I believe Hamlin's a skosh better.
It seems like he has a bit of an advantage down in turn 1 and 2.
Teammates last year, rivals this year. Friends, maybe never. But Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin are going to settle this right now.
Whoa, Hamlin cut him some slack. He had a run on him. Oh, Hamlin. Joey got loose. He got a little sideways off the floor.
There you go.
Hamlin gave him a shot. 1 to go.
Outside, barely. Outside.
Hamlin there. Logano to the bottom, trying to hold his ground.
That's going to be tough, though. But he's been running good on the bottom. If he can just clear Hamlin right there.
No way. He's going to lose his momentum. They're going to touch hard. Are they going to make it?
Neck and neck.
Side by side.
Kyle Busch closing in.
Watch out for the third place car, Kyle Busch. He's looking.
Hamlin edges ahead. They touch. They touch, and here comes Kyle. Hamlin, Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice to each other. They weren't. Watch his car. Watch the back of the car. Ooh, I mean, the whole car just came up off the ground.
And I don't see any safer barrier in that area right there.
I don't either, Larry.
And boy, Tony Stewart is after Logano.
Well, I did see some punches thrown today. You can't say they're just pushing each other.
Well, Tony, what angered you at the end of the race? What did you take issue with?
What the hell do you think I was mad about? Dumb little runs us clear down to the infield. He wants to about everybody else, and he's the one that drives like a little. I'm going to bust his ass.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
One lap to go. All the fans here in California on their feet. Who's going to win it? Larson, Harvick, or Busch?
So Harvick just needs to be right there on the bumper when they get to turn 3. He's losing a little bit of ground now, though. Here comes Kyle Busch.
All right, there you go. Break him off. Back up to the wall. Back up to the wall. Nice and smooth. Good by 3.
I don't think Kevin can do it, guys. Larson's looking good.
Here it comes. Larson's going to clear him. He's going to do it. The first NASCAR Nationwide Series win for Kyle Larson at California.
Unbelievable.
With Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano battling for the lead.
White flag. Landon Capsule bounced off the wall, goes to pit road. Here we go.
Through the middle.
Kyle Busch looked at the middle, now looks to the bottom.
Here comes Larson off turn 2. Larson's got to run down the back.
Can he win 2 days in a row?
The rookie.
Can he battle Kyle Busch 2 days in a row?
He battled him yesterday and beat him.
Here he comes. Diving to the inside. Kyle took the block. He blocked him.
It's the Kyle and Kyle show off turn 4.
How many times we seen this? This is like 4 or 5 times these two guys have battled each other for the victory.
Busch the veteran, Larson the rookie. Kyle Busch wins California.
Woo! 2 years in a row for Kyle.
Here comes Suarez, guys. White flag is out. 1 to go. Brought to you by Credit One Bank. And that's a big one for Kyle Busch because he knows we're not going to get the caution. He blows a tire.
Back to the checkers.
Here comes Daniel Suarez down on the inside. Drama.
Does
on
Daniel
the
have
final
enough
lap of
gas?
California. Suarez now in position for his first career victory.
If he's not out of gas, Austin Dillon's running third, 5 seconds back. Does he have enough gas?
Suarez on the apron. Here comes Dillon off of turn 2. Look at Suarez working
Kyle's
the
going
wheel.
to try to make it with a flat tire. Can he do it?
Busch back in front of him. This is outstanding on the final lap.
And Austin Dillon is into 3. He's going to coming fast. Dillon's going to
get
the lead.
Here comes Austin Dillon. Where does he stand on
He
fuel?
goes to the outside.
Dillon outside of Kyle Busch into the wall. There's contact. Back to the checkered flag. Unbelievable. Austin Dillon wins it.
White flag's in the air.
Now it's decision-making time down to 1 and 2. What lane do you take?
Harvick's been good off the top, off turn 2 over there.
2 California kids to battle it out.
Boy, Harvick got sideways. He was trying to get in the gas hard there. Lost a little bit of time to Jimmie Johnson.
Keselowski had to lift and lost 3-4 spots coming off turn 2.
So we're past the line. We're good.
Here they come. They are 3 wide in turn 3, but up front, Superman pulls away. The man of steel will score his 77th win. Jimmie Johnson to the flag. Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, and side by side for 5th, a photo finish between Ricky Stenhouse and Chase Elliott. White flag.
Woo! Now you just pack it in there and hope it sticks.
Remember Brad Keselowski won here 2 years ago, leading only the last lap. Back straightaway, final time.
I think we're past the overtime line. I think we're good to go here. And it looks like Mr. Larson is coming home.
Keselowski dives to the bottom. Not close enough. The California kid, Kyle Larson, brings it off turn number 4. He, Chip Ganassi, and Chevrolet are going to victory lane in Fontana.
Good job, buddy.
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. For Kyle Busch, 2.4 ahead of Joey Logano.
So you got the white flag. Now all you want to do is see clear sailing in front of you, no lap cars, keep it out of the wall, make sure nothing else goes wrong, no vibrations.
And you got a 2.5-second lead. Use it.
This might be the slowest lap that Kyle Busch runs all day.
It would be for me, I know that.
Quarter. I'm doing their very bottom.
Between 3 and 4 and headed for home. Kyle Busch in his Joe Gibbs Toyota is going to win his 53rd race in the Cup Series and hit his magic number 200 in Southern California.
Awesome race car. Thank you.
Next flag will end the race, whether it's the caution or the checker.
And this is the corner Riley has to make it happen. If it's going to happen, it's got to be right here. He's got to get momentum. He does not.
Exit. Coming back to checkered. Put it together here, bud.
Loose.
Harrison's dad, Jeff, won 27 times in the Xfinity Series, including here in 2007. 21 Cup wins over 21 years. Harrison trying to close the deal today. Herbst down to the inside, making it interesting. Here they are off of turn 4. Burton's going back to victory lane in NASCAR. Harrison wins for the first time in his career at Auto Club Speedway.
What a great race.
Let's go, boys!
One of the sport's all-time greats, and great to salute him while the final year of this career is in progress. And how about putting it on the almost getting the pole by 7/1000ths of a second?
Well, and I said in our pre-race when I was down on pit road with Adam Alexander, but Jimmie Johnson is one of those guys that when he has the excitement, the confidence in his race car, and some motivation, and I'm telling you, this crowd has given him that today. This guy rises to the occasion. I think you're going to see some big things out of Jimmie today.
Shanny loves it, and the girls up there on the flag stand. That's a view Jimmie Johnson would like to have on the 200th lap today.
Yes.
Here comes Bowman. The white flag waves. 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Austin Dillon to the pit lane for tires with 1 to go. Kyle Busch 9.7 back and closing as fast as he can.
You know, this is one of those drivers. He doesn't have this long-term contract at Hendrick Motorsports. His future's a little bit unknown. This moment right here, if he can complete this, which it looks like he will, a huge moment for Alex Bowman's career and future, and this season that he and Greg Ives and Hendrick Motorsports are starting to put together.
Alex Bowman comes to the stripe to win the Auto Club 400. Career win number 2.
Who's going to be in the lead right here? Is the caution going to come out?
No, we're still green. And
look at this! Whoa!
Stupid motherfucker!
Cool 5.
He's a fucking idiot.
Outside. Another one outside here.
Fucking broke again. Piece of shit, motherfucker. God damn it! Hey, it broke that right rear again. So.
The white flag waves, 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And around goes the 31, sliding down through the grass. Everybody may get through this. He bounces off the wall. They've taken the white. We are still green. Larson with 3/10 on Dillon. Eric Jones closing up for second. Can anybody catch Kyle Larson?
Not today.
You're going to the bottom here.
Watch Jones. Big run on the outside.
Dillon on the bottom, slides up right to the tail of the 5. Here they come for the checkered flag. Kyle Larson keeps that surfboard trophy in California.